to be elected to the U.S. Kamala Harris, California's Attorney General, has also made history, becoming the first Indian-American woman to be elected to the U.S. Senate. Harris has entered the Senate race after Barbara Boxer announced her intention to retire. The Democrat became an early front-runner in a crowded primary field. She was born in Oakland, California, is the daughter of an Indian mother who emigrated from Chennai in 1960 and a Jamaican-American father. Okay, let me go.
California's Kamala Harris is the first Indian-American U.S. Senator. The state attorney general took on another Democrat, Loretta Sanchez, for the seat. It was the first time a Republican wasn't on California's general election ballot in more than a century. Though her win is historic, it's not really a surprise. Polls showed Harris leading by double digits heading into Election Day.
Is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
yes.
you are Indian.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that. Because
yes.
you are Indian.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody. Because
yes.
you are
yes.
Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that. But I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, you know, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like the thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian,
yes.
but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes. You look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
I've been telling people we're related already,
yeah.
so this is perfect. It's basically true. And so were you raised eating South Indian food?
South Indian food. Lots of rice and yogurt, potato curry, dal, lots of dal, idli.
Yes, idli. That's a deep cut. Okay, so what we're cooking today is two things. One of the South Indian staples is dosa, which is kind of like a sourdough crepe. And then we're going to make a potato curry, which is the traditional accompaniment.
Yep.
So I printed out... So we're doing it the old-fashioned way, which is I printed out a recipe from the internet. Okay.
It's dripping. Okay. So South Indians, it's vegetarian. It's all vegetarian. So when we were growing up and we'd go to India, and my grandfather was a little mischievous. So my grandmother, of course, was like strictly no, nothing. If it had a mother, it was not getting eaten. And if my grandmother would go out of town, my grandfather would then, he'd get very mischievous and he'd say, okay, let's have French toast. Because, of course, that has eggs.
So when I would go and visit my family, obviously no meat. Even the dog would eat rice and yogurt. The dog would eat rice and yogurt. The dog would like the rice and yogurt. Very good Hindu vegetarians. But then I'd get older, cool cousins who would take me out on their motorcycles, and we would all split like a lamb burger.
Right.
Because fast food, but like no beef or anything, obviously. But we would have lamb burger, and then we couldn't tell any of our grandparents about it. That's a fine shop.
Right.
Okay, Senator Harris, I say this with respect. You're kind of a show-off. Your mom worked, and my mom worked, but my mom also...
Your mother was a doctor.
Well, it's just interesting thing about Indian women of a certain generation is you had to do both. Yeah. Right? Like my mom would wake up at 5 in the morning before she went to the hospital to see patients, and she would cook food for the whole week.
Oh yeah, Mommy did that too.
And so some food that was cooked, dinner food was cooked at 6 a.m. And then she would leave, and then so all of our food was cooked, and we of course didn't understand. We're like, we want to go to McDonald's. But there's this a 4-course Indian meal for us, even if she wasn't there to eat it with us. And it was that kind of a thing that was completely normal when you're the children of professional immigrants.
Listen, this is how it was, because we would often come home from school before our mother would come home from work. And then there was always fresh baked cookies.
No.
Or always.
Oh my gosh. Maybe late 20s, like 28, 29, 30?
Yeah. See, my mother came when she was 19.
Wow.
By herself.
No way. Wow.
My grandfather was very progressive, and she wanted to study science.
My mother's father was the same way.
And you know, this is the thing that's really interesting, because people have these stereotypes and actually misconceptions about who Indians are. I mean, at least I can speak about my own experience, and you have a similar experience, sounds like, where, you know, my grandfather was very progressive. Like, his daughter wanted to go and do that, and he was like, go ahead.
I think this is done.
I think so, too.
And I think...
Share this happiness right now.
I'm very happy. I mean, naturally, I'm very happy to be, you know, it's my sister's daughter. Like my daughter she is, so it's very happy about it.
Basically, a woman from Tamil diaspora who's making such a huge success in the US.
No, it's all credit goes to my sister. My sister, her mother, went to US in 1958. And she's lived there, and she's a very strong lady, and she brought her children up very well. So if Kamala has, whatever Kamala is today, the credit goes to my sister and no one else.
What was the